Rick, just another gritty type game?
Well, I thought we played our ass off. We didn't play as smart a game as I would have liked on the defensive end, and somewhat the offense. But their style screws you up.
Mm-hmm.
They have an interesting, they played 1-3-1, a man-to-man press, not very much of that. A 1-2-1-1, three-quarter press, the full court press, and then they had, they play that matchup zone, and they free switch, and there's probably a wash as our numbers of baskets to turnovers in some ways. Mm-hmm. Rob had 2 terrific turnovers, and our guards have 7 between Comaine, Jordair, and Mike. Now they got 2 driving to the basket. Cody played outstanding on both sides of the ball. His offensive effort, but his defensive effort and his help defense. And Corey was exceptional too in his defensive effort, and he really played well. I liked Comaine. He wanted the big shot, and he spotted up for it, and he hit the big shots just by virtue of ball reversal. Brian was a little bit off tonight, was his own worst enemy. But we did a pretty good job of, they were 1 for 15 from 3. Now we're giving them some threes and taking some chances. Everything's percentages. We were fortunate that number 11 did hit a couple of those threes, but Brothers really played well. He's a very good player.
Yeah. Offensively for Cody, he did more down low. He had
and I like that. And he did a good job of defending both low and high. Mm-hmm. And he got in because what happens is they switch on you. Mm-hmm. So they got a small on you. Now our issue becomes passing the ball, mm-hmm. and that's where Rob just threw 2 away. And that, those were inexcusable. I mean, I tell them, look, first of all, you can see jerseys all around. I mean, there's 3 criteria to feed the post. How am I being played? How's my man being played, and where's the help? Well, none of the 3 were a qualification for Rob to throw that pass. Mm-hmm. But he gets out there and he just, I'm going to have a visit with him tomorrow.
Is it typical that for you guys, though, that you always seem to have those nice little concise 2-minute spurts of where you do run your offense really well?
Well, we ran the offense fairly well. See, the thing about it, Brian, here's the deal. They play a matchup zone, and this is all the years, these guys are all Princeton guys from Carroll. And all the years, you get all the attention to the Princeton offense. We didn't give up a backdoor tonight. We didn't give up. Dwayne gave it. That's why Dwayne sat. Dwayne gave up 2 jump shots, not going over the top and he's been told to do that. And he can say, well, I'm not accustomed to that. Well, that's fine. But neither was Cody. But what happens is it's their zone. I played against this at Air Force for years, and then the Denver coach is a disciple of that. And what happens is the zone is hard because they free switch, but then they come in and they double, and then, listen, that kid's, I think, is he 6th in the country in blocking shots?
He's up there.
Number 1?
Yeah.
If he's in the top 10, I can tell you that for sure. And then that shot blocking bothers our guys some. We don't have really, Corey played excellent tonight. Slowed down, posted up, wanted the ball, but this is a bastard team to play, and I mean that affectionately, because, you're seeing, you see, like Tanner, one of my assistants, is out of the Big Ten. Like the Big Ten pretty much plays homogenized except for, and that's the Big Ten plays this way. There's no way Northwestern should beat Illinois. Illinois beats itself with some bad shots, maybe, but Northwestern, you face that funky defense, and you got to be aggressive, and you're going to have some turnovers. But it's a combo package there. It's you got to prepare in 2 days. You got to prepare for an aberration, as opposed to you never see that with anybody else. And that's what makes it tough. And I thought the guys did a fairly good job of that tonight.
Corey, this is his second game. He had 7 rebounds in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
He's
he
just
played
had,
excellent tonight. He
Yeah.
rebounded, but he defended.
Mhm.
He was exceptional on help defense and good on his own man.
Is it something, I mean, in practice, had he been, because.
Well, I'll tell you something. I get the kid's biggest problem is he wants to hug everybody. I mean, he's the nicest kid in the world. He has a giant problem with divorcing his off-court personality from an on-court persona. You know, whereas like a lot of guys are just, I think Brian's a really nice guy off the court, extraordinarily so, and he's a warrior on the court. And Corey is just, and I think sometimes Corey too is gaining confidence. Don't forget, I said this many times, I should have redshirted Corey. I promised him I would, I couldn't do it. We had that situation last year where we had the 2 kids suspended, the 2 kids hurt. We were light of scholarship, and I just had and he wanted a redshirt. His family wanted a redshirt. We very rarely get a family and a kid who wants a redshirt. That was the plan when he was a freshman. Then as a freshman, we got caught light-handed too with guys. For whatever reasons, he's been victimized by not. He's a young kid. Corey's a year younger than his age, so he should be 21. I think he's 20. And he's really done a good job in school too, like extraordinarily so. I mean, he's from a public school in Texas that, half the kids are going on the art world, and I don't mean that. My dad didn't graduate from high school. I don't mean that disparagingly, but he didn't come from St. Louis U High or Chaminade, to Smet or someplace where he didn't go to one of these high schools like Clayton or anything like that. He's been doing this through hard work. I admire and respect the kid. I like the kid. He's hard to yell at because he almost looks like he's going to cry. You know what I mean? It's just because he takes it so. I love the kid that he takes it that seriously. He gets down on himself. He's doing better at responding, not to get down on himself.
Anything else for Coach?